Man, I have seen my share of pulse rifle kings, dude. All the way from Red Death back when Messenger was just the boss up in Crucible, man. And here's the thing, dude. There's just been all kinds of changes to different archetypes, things getting nerfed, other things getting buffed. It's just all kinds of things swapped around. So here we are now. 2016, Rise of Iron Man, and you're probably sitting there staring at a gun for the first time wondering, is this thing even worth a damn? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. The top 5 pulse rifles here in Crucible, man, that dominates in every aspect. So without further ado, fellas, let's hit this up. If you really like that fast rate of fire, that low impact archetype that a lot of people really seek out in their pulse rifles, man, you'll feel right at home with the Waltz. Now this is of course a pulse rifle that comes with the Future War Cult and has a number of different loadouts that you can get on it. Specifically the one I was messing with today on my friend's account was high caliber rounds, perfect balance, and counterbalance. All of this in turn making this a pretty stable weapon all around the board, and it's got some good things looking out for it because of that archetype that it falls into, meaning that time to kill is pretty damn nasty with this weapon as long as you can keep that recoil and that reticle under control. The only downside being, in my opinion, is that the stability, the max value you can get with it is 78, which is not exactly the most ideal stability I would want to have on this archetype, but it's definitely doable. Man, I got love for this gun right here. Hawksaw carried my ass through Taken King all the fucking way. And it's a great gun, dude, and there's a reason why I used it so much back then, and there's a reason why I still pick it up from time to time. It's a great, dependable weapon. I know some of you are probably sitting there wondering and scratching your head, why would he put this at number 4 and not Waltz? Why this weapon over the Waltz? I feel like the Waltz is good, but the stability on it really comes up short, man. Anything in that archetype, I feel like it's only healthy if you have a stability there of 80 or higher. Again, in short range situations, it doesn't matter. But when you get in those mid-range fights, when you get in those stray fights, that's when the dependability, those perks, everything about that weapon really starts to pay off. That's whenever it earns itself the right to be in your fucking primary slot. And I can tell you right now, dude, Hawksaw has earned that right from me a long time ago. At number 3, guys, I gotta say Blind Perdition, dude. For good reason, man. A lot of things are really going for this weapon. Base default stats are very good, but not only that, man, I really like the Adept version. Surprisingly enough, I didn't think Snapshot would be something I would want on a pulse rifle, but it works for it. It really does. You can actually tell a difference between this and the regular version that you get from Trials of Osiris. So the Adept version, I feel like, really goes above and beyond. But even if you got the regular version, you can still roll it with those high caliber rounds, making this pretty much like a Hawksaw, but with high cal, which is very deadly to use in 1v1 engagements, thus resulting in this being a very top tier pulse rifle compared to all the rest.
Girl in the mirror, she was bolder than me. She looked proud, dressed in silver. She rolled like
So back in September, before Rise of Iron actually drops, I named this weapon right here the nastiest pulse rifle in Crucible. All for good reason. You know, I mentioned the waltz being number 5, but I also mentioned that stability, you really want to go for something that's 80 or higher. And I can tell you right now, here with this weapon, man, you can stretch it even further. As in that stability can max out at 92. This thing is extremely nasty. But besides those points, besides those things that make it really good, I really like the sights, man. And see, there's so many different various sights that you can go with, but I really enjoyed Red Dot ORS-1. It's not exactly some people's favorite sight, but it buffs that range, man, and it also buffs that stability and zoom. All of those in key make this a very deadly weapon in mid-range engagements. What I find a lot of times with these high, fast rate of fire weapons, low impact, it is sometimes they tend to lack in those mid to long range engagements, but actually applying a sight such as this, man, will result in you having a deadlier weapon in those mid-range levels. Despite all that happening, man, it's just everything about this weapon fits perfectly for the perfect pulse rifle. The archetype it is reaching that optimal time to kill, also combined with that maxed out stability, making it extremely deadly, and a choice that I've always gone to, man, in the past, and a weapon I tend to still pick up and use. Dude, I got mad hate for this weapon. And it's not because I hate the weapon for the weapon itself. I hate this weapon because it would not drop for me in the last freaking Iron Banner. I could not believe it, man. Everybody was getting this weapon around me. And let me tell you something. They've had the luxury of using this weapon for this entire duration, and they've been dominating in Crucible. And my luck is that we're going to get this damn weapon this week, and it's going to get nerfed somewhere down the road, man. I feel like it's going to happen. Now, we'll say this, man. This weapon is definitely overpowered. The most powerful pulse rifle you will ever play with. Now, here are the things that are going for it, man. Stability-wise, it can max out at 94. That means it can go even further than what Grass had. Anything like I said, anything past 80, 85 on this archetype is excellent to rock with. So you'll be just fine. The other side of things, man, is that it can roll with high caliber rounds. Yeah, you mentioned, you know, Blind Perdition being a bitch to go against. Well, guess what? Clever Dragon's got that one beat by a ton, because this archetype is already hell to go up against by itself. Grass was already a motherfucker to deal with, and then imagine just high caliber rounds with it. Yeah, that makes life really lovely. On top of that, you can of course throw counterbalance on it to make it even deadlier, or any other perk, man, rangefinder, whatever else. Either way it goes, that stability is going to be healthy enough for you that in that third and final column you can pretty much fill it with whichever and whatever perks you want to fill it with. This gun is all around the deadliest pulse rifle now in Destiny. Well, guys, that is your top 5. Again, as always, man, I like to hit these requests up, and this was actually a requested video last week after I put out that top 5 shotguns. And I mean, I'm sorry it takes so long for me to actually do these top 5s, but I really like to play with these weapons extensively, which is why I'm shouting out also my clan and Final Act, and also my friend Nuke. I'm sorry I sat on y'all's account pretty much all weekend playing with these guns, dude. I just, I really appreciate y'all letting me use y'all's accounts, but just know I'm extremely jealous of every single fucking one of you, because I really like these weapons. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for coming and watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow in Iron Banner. Slap that like button like your mama told you right.